Hello, and welcome to our webinar on EL education. My name is Candice LaConte, and I am an Associate Education Consultant with the Center for Literacy Research and Reading Success. This webinar is part of a series in which the center partners with a Connecticut district to showcase their experience in selecting, adopting, and implementing a Connecticut-approved core comprehensive model program or compendium. Our goal is for every Connecticut student to be reading at or above grade level independently and proficiently by the end of third grade. In order to make this happen, one of the key features of Connecticut's K-3 literacy strategy is to implement a scientifically based, evidence-based core comprehensive program. This webinar series is designed to assist districts who are in the process of selecting a Connecticut-approved model, program, or compendium to implement. As Walter Payton once said, we are stronger together than we are alone. What is a comprehensive curriculum? A comprehensive curriculum is complete and includes, but is not limited to, instruction in all areas of reading, including oral language, phonemic awareness, phonics, fluency, vocabulary, rapid automatic name or letter name fluency, and reading comprehension. I would now like to introduce Newtown as they discuss EL education.
Thank you, Candice. My name is Ann Uberti. I am the Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction of Newtown Public Schools. We are a school district located in Fairfield County with just under 4,000 students. We have 4 elementary schools. They are K-4 schools that feed into Reed Intermediate, a 5-6 school, and then we have a 7-8 middle school and a 9 through 12 high school. Go to the next slide. We're thrilled to be here today to talk about our experience in the hopes that it will help other school districts on their journey into adopting a comprehensive reading curriculum program. We chose Imagine Learning EL education for several reasons. First and foremost, our former programming did not meet the requirements that were set forth by the state of Connecticut, nor was it grounded in the science of reading. Phonics was really the only area that our existing program met the requirements for an effective reading curriculum. So we compiled a group which served as our core review team. And we ended up selecting EL Imagine Learning because it contained a strong knowledge strand. It also has engaging and diverse text. There's a strong SEL component through their habits of character. It is standards-based. It also has quite a bit of built-in differentiation for all learners. It's culturally responsive, and it includes independent reading for students that is accountable, and it integrates reading and writing, which was something that was important to us as well. Go to the next slide.
Hi, I'm Kara DiBartolo, and I will be talking about our adoption process. So in October, we convened our core review team. The core review team consisted of our assistant superintendent, Ann, myself, and our K-4 language arts consultants. Our main goal in this time period was to think about 2 programs after reviewing all of them and select 2 that we would want to pilot. We were considering EL Imagine Learning and Into Reading. However, as we narrowed it down and looked closer at those 2 programs, we decided that we would go with EL Imagine Learning. We went with this because it best fit our students' and teachers' needs. When we came to this conclusion, we presented our program to the Board of Education in February, and they unanimously supported this decision. Next slide, please. So on this slide, I'll be talking about our implementation process. As I said, we began in the fall of 2022 when we brought in all multiple vendors. And we were easily able to rule out programs that did not align with our needs. By determining that EL Education Imagine Learning met our needs, we were able to provide teachers with early access to the materials. Knowing that this would be a huge shift for our teachers, we wanted the teachers to focus on modules only this year. In doing so, this would deepen the teacher's knowledge of the program structure, assessments, modules, units, and lessons. We created a scope and sequence that would be manageable for our students and teachers. The message to the teachers were give yourself grace, and in the winter of 2024, we began to see a shift in the teachers as they saw the success of our students. In order to get buy-in, we used several strategies, such as providing information to the parents during PTA meetings, several newsletters to teachers. We visited PLCs in classrooms. Perhaps most important was getting feedback from our teachers and listening to our teachers. The teachers knew that we all supported them and we valued their input. Next slide, please.
Hi, I'm Robin Notaro, K4 Language Arts Consultant. We have had a lot of successes in implementing this program this year. Some very effective outcomes, and first and foremost, the student enthusiasm about all of the content knowledge that they are learning that's built into the program has been phenomenal. They love the topics, they take a deep dive and make connections from unit to unit and module to module. The teachers have begun to shift their mindset from this is too hard to yes, the students can do the work, and a lot of positive outcomes are now being seen after all of this hard work and this heavy lift of implementing a new program. The students are applying their learning, both their process and knowledge, to produce high quality grade level standard work. All of the lessons are based on grade level standards, so you know that you are teaching everything that needs to be taught in each grade level from throughout the entire year. The reports from parents that students are sharing their learning at home has been reflected in conferences and in teacher meetings, and the kids are excited to bring home the work that they've done because they've worked so hard on producing their work, and they're excited to share what they are learning. Teachers having common informative and summative assessments with the student work to review at PLCs has been a key aspect of these effective outcomes, because the teachers are working together to really understand the program, learn what is expected of the students, and then they sit together and they score the student work, they score the assessments, and they think about what they can do to best meet their students' needs. So that time is really important. These kids have even gone to the library media specialist to take out extra books on the topics because they're so engaging and they're so intrigued and would like to learn more. The students are able to carry over knowledge into science and social studies, which is something we didn't have before, and now they're learning about real world topics that again are very interesting and that are really keeping the kids' interests alive. And then there are many opportunities to speak and listen, not only to the teachers reading aloud some of the texts, but also opportunities for conversation and together within the classrooms. So lots of opportunities for collaborative conversation and opportunities to speak in depth before they even go into their writing. So there's a ton of conversation happening around these topics so that the students are really able to express themselves and their knowledge and their learning in multiple ways. So there have been many successes so far this year and many pieces to celebrate. And as we go on, those successes and celebrations continue to keep going. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Michael White. I am a second grade teacher at Hadamet Elementary School. On this slide, I will share some considerations when going through the process. How different or similar is the program compared to what your current literacy programming is? Where are you in your science of reading journey? Do you know what percentage of staff has been trained in that? What will your rollout look like? As Kara stated earlier, we decided to focus on the modules this year. Knowing the needs of your teaching staff and administration, how will you design and implement professional development that is both in-house and from the company? Again, understanding the needs of your staff is key to good professional development. How will you collect feedback from the teachers throughout the year? In what ways will your literacy team support the implementation of the reading program? When thinking about and understanding the cycle of new implementation, how will you monitor implementation at your schools? Maintaining communication with your teachers about how the process is going, your language arts consultants, and everybody involved is really important to success. How will you support the teachers in understanding and alignment to report cards and progress reports? And in what ways can you collaborate with special education and your ELL team to support students? Now I'd like to reintroduce Ann Uberti, who will talk about our areas of focus.
Thanks, Mike. So we've done a lot of reflecting as we approach the last quarter of the year, and we're thrilled really with how our implementation has gone and that the efforts of our teachers are paying off. So now we're shifting our focus to what will we need to do next year? What will we focus on? So the areas that have come up for us are all block training in grades 3 through 5. As we mentioned, we really focused on the modules, but there is a need to dig deeper into all block for grades 3 through 5, as well as our skills block for K through 2. While we are having success in that areas, we feel like those are places where we could look to ensure that we're utilizing our time in our schedule most effectively. We also really there's been a request for clearer district expectations regarding rubrics and assessments. It's not always clear within the program. And also we want it to meet what our expectations are in Newtown. So that's definitely something we will be working on. And then we are going to loop back to get feedback on the changes that we had to make pretty quickly in the fall for our report cards and progress reports. We want to get feedback from teachers and then finalize any other necessary revisions that may be needed. Go to the next slide. So on this slide is our contact information. We're thrilled to share our experience with you, and we really hope that it helps you. Should you have any questions or want any additional information, please feel free to reach out to me or any of my 3 colleagues listed here. We would be more than happy to support you in your journey. And we wish you the best of luck. Thank you.